Black Lives Matter. You must remember 2020, people chanting, screaming it. There was hysteria. There were police officers in London taking the knee. Indeed, many football teams still do. Yes, Black Lives Matter, this wonderful organisation campaigning for racial justice. And anybody that dared to stand in its way was a bad person and should be cancelled. Well, many of us that stood up to it were. I did because I knew Black Lives Matter from America. I knew what it swept across after the horrible death of George Floyd. I knew this was an organization I did not trust. I knew this was an organization more intent on division than it was on bringing anyone together. Well, try this for size. The accounts have been issued for 2020, a year in which the organization raised $90 million. That's right, $90 million. And much of the funding came from the usual suspects, organizations linked to Soros, which have been backing BLM for years. Much of it also coming from big corporate America, you know, the people on the West Coast, the tech giants, all of these guys. Most of it, though, coming from ordinary men and women who were taken in thinking this was a good organization. What do we learn from the account? Well, we learn that Patrice Cullors, who's been running the organization for some years, well, she seems to have had a very good year because she's managed to purchase 4 real estate properties since 2020 in America, including one in Los Angeles, a nice 7-bedroom pad costing $6 million. Yes, she owns it, but she says that it's for housing needs and for production studios. It sounds like quite a studio. But not content with that, the father of her child has earned nearly $1 million organizing live events. And surprise, surprise, her brother got a security contract for $840,000. One of her fellow directors has managed to earn $2.1 million providing services to the company. And the more you go through this list, the worse and worse it gets. It's clear that this woman and her friends in BLM, out of the open-heartedness and gratitude of many people who thought that BLM was doing the right thing, this woman has taken their money. It is a complete and utter disgrace. It exposes Black Lives Matter as a completely crooked organization, intent on lining their own pockets, intent on creating more division. Has anything improved as a result of their protests? No, I don't think so. And I'm just wondering now whether all the lovers, all the great and the good, all of those who condemn me for what I said, whether they, present match of the day or whatever else it is, whether they're actors, I just wonder whether any of them will actually be embarrassed. I wonder whether any of them will apologize for backing this organization. I expect in return a stony wall of silence, but at least BLM have been exposed. And really, folks, what we should be thinking about is this: not dividing people up in terms of their race, ethnicity, sexuality, age, or class. What we should be doing as a society is trying to bring people together in a spirit of meritocracy. It would be so much better if our kids at school were taught to be colorblind, which in many ways, naturally, they are. I was with a friend at the weekend who said to me, Nigel, we're probably the last generation who will look upon people as, regardless of their skin color, we'll be colorblind to all of these things. And now we're all to be divided up and to be labeled and to hate each other and to get ready for the great Marxist takeover. I hope this little video exposes BLM to you. Don't be taken in by them. Don't be taken in by anybody that supports them. And if you see BLM, whether it's on a football match or a cricket match, please tell the organizers to drop this corrupt organization.